So in this video, we will now discuss the second depreciation method under time-based method, that is the sum of the year's digits method. Okay? So, paano naman kinocompute yung depreciation under the SYD method? Bali, ang formula natin dyan will be cost minus residual value multiplied by remaining useful life as of the beginning of the year divided by SYD. So, ang magiging depreciation base natin dito sa SYD method is the same as that of the straight line method, which is still the cost minus residual value, no? So, yan yung tinatawag nating depreciable amount, no? Ngayon, ano naman itong remaining life at the beginning of the year? Bali, yung numerator ng fraction, that is equal to the remaining number of years in the life of the asset as of the beginning of the current year. Okay? Yung SYD naman natin, that is to be computed as N times N plus 1 divided by 2. Sir, ano yung N? Yung N natin, that's the useful life expressed in number of years na rin. Okay? So, yung useful life natin under the SYD method ay in terms of number of years pa rin. Similar to your straight line method. Alright? Now, let's answer the same problem, but this time using your SYD method. Okay. So, under the SYD method, actually pwede na nating diretsuhin yung pag-compute ng depreciation natin di ba? So, original info natin, take note, the date of acquisition is January 1, 2025. So, how much will be our depreciation 2025 under the SYD method? Okay? Ayan. So, that will be, ano yung depreciable base natin dito? That is, cost minus residual value. Okay? Times. Bali, ilang years na lang ang natitira sa buhay ng asset at the beginning of the current year. Since we are in the year of acquisition, that will be what? 5. Gets? Next, what about SYD? O, paano natin kinocompute yung SYD natin? That is N times N plus 1 divided by 2. Okay? So, to compute for our SYD, so our useful life is 5, multiply it by 6, divide it by 2. So, ano yung SYD natin? That would be 15. Okay? So, our depreciation for the year 2025 will be 2 million under the SYD method. Alright? Next, for 2026 naman, the same format tayo. Except that, yung numerator natin, mababawasan na ng isang taon. Kasi lumipas na ang isang taon, di ba? So, mangyayari dyan, yung depreciable cost natin or the depreciable amount, 6 million times 4/15. Instead of 5/15, magiging 4/15 na kasi nabawasan na siya ng isang taon. Okay? So, magkano naman ang depreciation ng 2026? 1.6 million. Bali, ito na yung sagot natin for number 1. Next, for our carrying values naman, the same format. Cost minus accumulated depreciation so that will be our carrying value. Okay? Simulan natin ito sa 2025. So our cost, 6.75 million minus accumulated depreciation, 2 million pa lang. So magkano ang kanyang carrying value at the end of 2025? That would be 4,750,000. Then for 2026, yung cost niya is still 6.75 million pero yung accumulated depreciation tataas na. Okay? So the cumulative depreciation for 2 years is 3.6 million. So our carrying value at the end of 2026 will be 3,150,000. Okay? So take note, this is still time-based depreciation method. So nakadepende pa rin siya sa number of months depreciate. No? Next, what if the date of acquisition is May 1, 2025? Maapektuhan ba yung depreciation natin? Answer, yes. Kasi time-based method siya. No? So again, let us recompute for our depreciation. Sa 2025, dahil magsisimula siyang mag-depreciate ng May 1 until December 31 of that year, ilang months lang siya magde-depreciate? 8 months. Tama? So ang mangyayari dyan, class, yung na-compute nating 2 million sa original information, tandaan nyo that is for 12 months. Paki-prorate lang siya for 8 months. No? So, times 8 over 12. Okay? So this time, our depreciation for 2025 will be 1,333,333. Okay? Next, what about 2026? Pagdating natin sa subsequent year class, okay? Yung SYD kasi natin, gumagamit tayo ng fraction, right? Fraction that is based on the remaining useful life. Okay? So pagdating ng 2026, kailangan natin munang punuin yung full 12 months nung fraction na ginagamit natin noong 2025. Sir, anong ibig mong sabihin? Oh, 'di ba 5 over 15 yung for fraction natin kanina. So yung 5 over 15 na yan, kailangan mong kompletuhin yung 12 months niyan. Since 8 months pa lang yung nade-depreciate using that fraction, pakipuno yung natitirang 4 months sa 2026. Bale, yung mangyayari dyan, yung 2 million natin na depreciation from the original information, i-multiply pa natin siya ng 4 over 12. Okay? Para mapuno yung full 12 months. So, yan ay first part pa lang ng depreciation computation under SYD. Okay? Next, dahil napuno na yung 12 months, pwede ka nang bumaba nung numerator. Pwede mo nang bawasan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, instead of 5 over 15, magiging 4 over 15 na siya. Kaso, magsisimula lang yung ganyang fraction ng May 1 ng 2026. So kung i-depreciate mo siya until December 31, that will only be for 8 months. Okay? So yung 1.6 million natin from the original scenario, multiply it by 8 over 12. Okay? So our depreciation for 2026 under the SYD method will be 1,733,333. Malinaw ba? So ito naman yung sagot natin for number 1 under what if scenario. Okay? So tatandaan nyo, yung mga fractions na ginagamit natin sa SYD, kailangan mapuno nila yung full 12 months bago ka magbago ng numerator. Malinaw. Okay? Next. Carrying amount. So let us recompute the carrying amounts. So at the end of 2025, that would be 6.75 million minus your depreciation 2025. Bale, ang magiging CV mo at the end of 2025 will be 5,416,667. Then for 2026, so cost 6.75 million minus your cumulative depreciation for 2 years. So that would be yung pang 2025 at yung pang 2026. So our CV at the end of 2026 will be 3,683,333. All right? So that is our SYD method. In our next video, we will discuss the same problem but using your double declining balance naman.